Casemiro will leave Manchester United at the end of the season. And guys, I am sad about this. This has come as a shock. Man United and Casemiro officially announced together. Yes, the club have allowed Casemiro to announce that he is leaving now. And when his contract expires, he will not be renewing. He will be gone. And yeah, man, guys, this is a sad departure and an unexpected departure. I was surprised about this. Honestly, didn't expect this news coming in, especially after we beat Man City and the morale was high in the dressing room. Everyone was happy. So this is that odd sad news. And Casemiro put out a quote on Instagram. I'll just read it on my phone. He says, "Knowing when stages come to an end, knowing when to say goodbye, when you feel that you will be remembered and respected forever." That's the quote that Casemiro put out on his Instagram. And like I said, shocking, surprised. Casemiro was 4 years at Manchester United. He won the Carabao Cup in 2023. He won the FA Cup in 2024, I believe. And I don't think Casemiro was a panic buy. I feel he was a proven world-class midfielder. Like, Ten Hag was really to blame for that bad period that Casemiro had. And also, Ruben Amorim was a bad head coach, as we guys know. So I think if we had like a really good manager or head coach at Manchester United, we would have seen probably close to his prime at Real Madrid. Because you need to have a good manager. We can't just expect so much from Casemiro. And yeah, especially when you don't have good managers and stuff. I don't really blame Casemiro for that bad performances he had in a short spell where the club was going to sell him to Saudi Arabia in January and stuff, and the fans wanted him to leave. But that was a short spell compared to his overall good spell that he had. Casemiro is a leader. He's looked up in the dressing room. He always gave 100%. Casemiro never gave 50%. He would always give 100% in games. And he really had that passion. He was here for such a short time, and if you watch the way he played with so much of passion, and he always fought for the ball and tackles, and sometimes he would run, and yeah, man, I would miss Casemiro, and I'm sure the fans now, especially, they would miss him. They would miss him. But there is some benefits of Casemiro leaving, and in terms of a business-minded moving forward, how it would benefit the Ineos model and stuff, there is a benefit, and it's the wage bill. Casemiro is on £350,000 a week. Yes, Casemiro is on £350,000 a week. And yeah, I think Ineos are happy that Casemiro is leaving. These men, they don't want to pay, man. They don't want to pay wages. They hate paying high wages. And which is also a good thing, But I think Casemiro, he deserved that high wages, man. 5 times Champions League winner. You have to give him 350k, Obviously, that was the old regime. I think the Glazers gave him that contract or whatever. But yeah, Sir Jim, this man, he doesn't want to pay. So when Casemiro and him was having a talk, he was like, you know what, big man? Probably respect you in that. But yeah, 350k? Nah, see you later. So, but this is a good thing in the overall health for the club. With that free 350k, we could get 2 or 3 players with just that wage alone, man. This frees up the books, makes our books look cool, allows Ineos to get, like I said, 2-3 players in. This is also when, in terms of Casemiro leaving, this will modernize our midfield. The Premier League is a transition league. It's high pace, fast, intense. I feel like Casemiro he's 34 now. Yeah, this is a bit too. He's old, man. He'll get some good money in Saudi Arabia or wherever he goes next. Be in a calm, not too fast paced league. If he could even go to Serie A, I could see Casemiro at a Inter Milan, AC Milan. I think these men would love him, bro. Casemiro would fit in Serie A. So yeah, like this is just moving forward for us. We don't want to have that short-term fix, where we sign players like Casemiro, Varane, Ronaldo. Even if I think back, man, like Cavani, Zlatan, bro, we need to move past that short-term fixed signings where they come with high wages but they old. I get that they experience stuff, but yeah, we need to move past that. And if you look at what Jason Wilcox, bro, that Jason Wheatbix fraud, and that Omar Potato Head, that Barada, I don't know what these men was. They were saying like there's a newer model. They want to get players in like Sesko, Le Mans, Dogu, in that mold. That's good, but yeah, I think we still have to see now whether that can be true. I know Dogu's been doing good. Le Mans, I could say he's way better than Onana. But listen, bro, anyone that could catch a ball will be better than Onana. So yeah, let's see. We need to get more evidence on that. But that's the model Ineos are planning on now. They don't want short-term fixes. They want young, high potential players like a Sesko, like a Dogu, and yeah, this is the way they are going now. So, but also there's some negatives of Casemiro leaving, like the loss of elite mentality. You can't just buy 5 Champions League experience from anyone. I don't know any player that has that experience. That doesn't have a price. So now we're gonna lose that experience in the dressing room. And Casemiro was a leader. No matter what anyone can say, Casemiro was a leader in that midfield. I remember one game, I can't remember exactly which game it was, but this brother Garnacho didn't track back and Casemiro destroyed him, bro. If he could punch him up in the pitch, he would have punched him up, bro. So we need someone like that, we need to get someone like that in. I think we need someone who can do that. But I don't know if we're gonna get that. Also, we signed Casemiro for, I don't know, 60 or 70 million, and now he's leaving as a free agent. We didn't even get like 1 cent back for Casemiro. He's just leaving for free. And also, despite his age, his defensive IQ is elite. We're gonna miss someone with that defensive IQ. If we don't replace well, we're gonna have a problem. That's what I'm trying to say. The wage bill being free, getting new players in and all can be good. But if Ineos and these men don't replace Casemiro, if they don't replace him better, we're going to have a serious damn problem, yeah? That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to replace good. I don't have a problem with Casemiro leaving. Good, Casemiro can leave. Like I said, he can get another club. He'll get paid well. But how are we going to replace him? Are we going to replace Casemiro? That's what I'm trying to say. We have Michael Carrick as the head coach now. I still feel we haven't even replaced Michael Carrick. So how the flip are we going to replace Carrick? We better replace him. Good. But let's talk about the replacements. Let's talk about them. Adam Watson. Boy, Crystal Palace, man. Crystal Palace are finished, yeah. They lost Eze or Lise. They lost Gueye to City. Apparently, Mateta's going to go to Aston Villa. And then Glasner's going. So the last player who obviously is going to leave, and I think he's the best player there, is Adam Watson. This tactical maestro, bro. This brother has elite passing range. He actually remembers me of like a young Casemiro, a prime Casemiro. That's how highly I rate Adam Watson. If we could sign Adam Watson, I don't think he's exactly like the replacement of Casemiro. He's in another field, but he would be a good signing, bro. Adam Watson. And I think the fact that Crystal Palace are selling all the players, there could be some room to negotiate there. I haven't seen like any. I think maybe I heard like Chelsea were interested in him, but I haven't seen like any solid links to that. And like yesterday I saw something about Chelsea being interested in Douglas Luiz and stuff. So yeah, if we could be the only ones interested in Adam Watson and we could make Crystal Palace a bid they cannot resist, we should sign Adam Watson, bro. Adam Watson, Kobe Mainoo, double pivots. That is sensational, bro. Another brother that I want to talk about, we have been linked to him before. He was quoted for 100 M's by Brighton Football Club. Carlos Baleba, pure physical monster, passing accuracy, long passes, everything. Brother can run, can tackle. But the thing with Carlos Baleba, they wanted 100 million for him, but the season that Carlos Baleba has been having in the Premier League, bro, that must be like 40 million max, bro, 50 million. I don't know why Brighton tried to rob us or these men think we Chelsea or something, but Carlos Baleba at the moment, I like Carlos Baleba, but at the moment, 100 million. Nah, man. I can understand Caicedo being 100 million because that brother is like the best midfielder in Chelsea, but at the moment, Baleba ain't worth 100 million, man. He had some good performances in AFCON, but not enough to validate that 100 million asking fee. Yeah. So, but if we do get Baleba, I wouldn't mind it. I know that we was heavily linked to Baleba, and apparently, he already agreed to come to us and everything, but just that the fee with Brighton ruined it. So yeah, the next player, and this is my first choice, right? This is the player I think we should go all out in the summer for. Elliot Anderson, bro. Elliot Anderson, bro. This guy is a complete midfielder, box to box, complete midfielder. He can run. He actually covers like the most distance in a game. Like he averages like I don't know 8 kilometers per match or something. I don't know how many lungs this brother has, but Elliot Anderson, absolutely, he's a 10 out of 10 for me. He's a complete midfielder. If we get Elliot Anderson, I don't care who else we get in the midfield, because Elliot Anderson is like basically you have like two players in that midfield with him. He's like a 2-in-1 special. He's a 2-in-1 special. But the problem with Elliot Anderson is Nottingham Forest also won like 80 to 100 million, and Man City was interested in Elliot Anderson. And the last time we was linked with a player that also been linked to City, they chose City. So we have to get Champions League football this season. If we get Champions League football, bro, I think we could get all three of these players. In fact, why not get all three of them? Because if we think about it, right, Casemiro is going. That's being confirmed. I think Bruno will go, man. I think this potentially might be Bruno Fernandes last season. I don't know why. I think this might be Bruno's last season, bro. And then we have Manuel Ugarte. Bro, this guy, we should sell him. So that's potentially 3 midfielders out. And who can we replace them with? Baleba, Watson, Anderson. We should just sign all 3. So yeah, guys, this has been it for the video. Please, guys, like the video, subscribe, comment, share. I'd like to thank you all for the support on the channel. We at 22 subscribers. I love what the channel is growing into, and I know that we can make this into a really big thing. Thank you for your support. And please, like I said, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. And this has been Jordan Talks Football. I will be posting another video, the Man United vs Arsenal preview. So keep an eye out for that. And peace.